Friends, and welcome back. Steve here with eXp Realty. In this next video segment, we are going to break down the different types of deeds and how they are used in property transfer in real estate transactions. So stick around for the next few minutes as we will roll through together. Friends, and welcome back. As always, thanks for tuning in and checking out the videos. Steve here with eXp Realty. So yes, as mentioned, the different types of deeds. So what exactly is a deed? Well, a deed is a written instrument used to convey title to real property. It is an instrument of conveyance used to transfer real property from one owner to another. More specifically is a statutory deed. A statutory deed is a deed that has been formatted and defined by state law. There are four main types of statutory deeds here in use in Central Florida. And those types of deeds are general warranty deeds, special warranty deeds, bargain and sale deeds, and tax deeds. A general warranty deed, or simply a warranty deed, is the most common deed used here in Florida. Unless the real estate sales contract specifies otherwise, a general warranty deed will be used. The general warranty deed contains the following covenants. First and foremost is the covenant of season. This basically is a promise that the grantor or seller has every right to the property and is fully able to convey title to that property. Next is the covenant against encumbrances. This basically states that the seller is handing over the title to their real property without any liens, encumbrances, or clouds against the title to the new owner. Next is the covenant of further assurance. This basically says that the grantor or the seller will sign off on any type of future instrument used to keep the title free and clear for the next person obtaining them. Next is the covenant of quiet enjoyment. This basically states that the seller is handing over the property with full use to enjoy the property without any types of disturbances to the title. Lastly is the covenant of warranty forever. This basically states that the seller is handing over and guaranteeing the title to warrant and defend against all lawful claims against. Next up on the list is the special warranty deed. Now, the special warranty deed is used when one person is acting on behalf of another, such as like an executor. Basically what this states is that the seller signing off on the deed guarantees and is defending anything from his own actions, but does not guarantee anything from the previous owner's actions. Next up on the list is the bargain and sale deed. Now, this deed also contains the covenant of season. The bargain and sales deed is sufficient to convey all title that the seller is giving over to a buyer, but does little to protect the buyer from any claims or clouds against the title being obtained. And lastly on the list is the quitclaim deed. Now, the quitclaim deed does not contain a covenant of season. This type of deed allows the seller to sign off on a deed, transferring any and all interest to the property without claiming ownership or any right to the title whatsoever. Now, typically this is used when family members will pass either a house or a piece of property to one another. If you are buying a property through the use of a quitclaim deed, be very careful and know exactly what you're getting into. Now, those are the four main types of statutory deeds used here in the state of Florida, but there's also special purpose deeds. So what is a special purpose deed? Now, sometimes legal problems are encountered in the property transfer from one person to another. Because of this, several types of deeds have evolved and have been put to use in order to provide solutions in some cases where an owner cannot or will not sign off on a deed in a property transfer. First deed up on the list for this is the personal representative deed. Basically, this deed states that if an owner dies without having a will prepared, a probate court having jurisdiction will appoint a member to handle the deceased's affairs. A personal representative's deed is used to formalize and fully transfer the deed from one person to another. This type of deed should show full consideration for the amount paid for the property and should also contain a covenant of no encumbrances. Next up on the list is a guardian's deed. Now, essentially, a guardian's deed is used in property transfer for that of a minor. Normally, the permission of court is required for a guardian to either buy or sell property that of a minor's interest. When authorized by the court, a guardian's deed will fully convey that of a minor's property. Next up on the list is a committee's deed. One of the valid components in transferring a deed is that of a competent grantor. When an owner of a property is considered legally incompetent, or in some cases is institutionalized, a court will appoint a committee used to handle out and represent the affairs of that legally incompetent person. The committee functions under the direction of the court in either conveying or disposing of the incompetent's possessions. In transferring the deed with a committee deed, all members of the committee must sign off on the deed. And the last type of special purpose deed is the tax deed. Now with the tax deed, no covenants are given along with, and the buyer assumes all risk and responsibility for anything that might affect the title to that deed. So if you are buying a property through a tax deed, be extremely careful, as it may come with a headache of problems unbeknownst at the time. Well, there you go, my friends. Those are some of the main types of deeds used in property transfer in Florida real estate transactions. As always, if there's any questions regarding any of this information or anything regarding real estate here in the state of Florida, feel free, drop a comment, shoot me a message. As always, thanks for tuning in, checking out the videos, and we'll catch you guys on the next.